Mankind's earliest sources of light depended on what was available as it evolved over the years, from whale oil lantern, candle, paper to kerosene lanterns, and now electricity. Lanterns in the 1980s and early 90s were common and to some extent best pals for many homes in Ghana. It, however, provided little light and were unsuitable for reading, especially at night, yet that was the only source of light. They required periodic trimming of the wick and regular cleaning of soot from inside of the glass chimney. And one dare not break the glass in it by way of cleaning. Today, in use are mostly electrical lanterns that can be recharged from the national grid or by solar energy in communities where electric current cannot reach or is expensive. As much as lanterns symbolize a bygone era, they still live in some rituals and in some design styles. It simply has refused to go into extinction, as some have found various uses for the iconic household object. This is at a bar and restaurant in Osu, Accra. So all these things you see here are the traditional lanterns that we used to have in our various homes that give us lights at night. Well, they might not be in use again in most homes, but this is what some people have decided to use them for. Decorate the whole place, and it looks beautiful, doesn't it? Well, I must also tell you that this one doesn't use the kerosene. Rather, a bulb is fitted in it, and that is what gives the light. The brass silvery lantern gives a beautiful look and feel, not only from the entire place, but also from the swimming pool. The Chief Executive Officer of the Jungle Bar and Restaurant, Chewa Century, says she wanted to infuse the urban and rural setting.
We brought the lanterns in, and obviously because of the way this place is, we can actually use the kerosenes and things like that. So we tried to put like lights in, use electricity, and let's see whether we can get the same effect.
She says it is about time culture is maintained in a way.
I remember Christmas time, I took the lanterns off and I put the normal Christmas lights on, and they nearly killed me. Everybody was like, no, 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 you have to put the lanterns back, you have to put the lanterns back. So I was like, no, it's Christmas, let's use the Christmas light. And everybody was like, no. And I had actually the customers come in there and they were like, you took the lanterns off? No. It was nice to me, but my customers were like, no, the lanterns is the signature.
The manager, Maxwell Balfour Century Taylor, tells me how customers love the lantern setting.
They almost feel at home subconsciously when they see the lanterns. They're not in your face, but you do recognize their presence. Okay, I haven't had anyone come here and said that the lanterns look bad. Everyone that comes here is always like, oh wow, how did you think of this? How did you come up with this?
Kojo Adai-Keja is a sculptor and an artist who designed the lanterns.
For the sake of culture, some of these things should be revisited or re-engineered in a way that will fit into the setting that we find ourselves in. It's not only the lantern, for many other things of interest.
Kojo Adai-Keja has been doing this since 2006, and he says even though the business is erratic, he enjoys it, particularly when he sees his work displayed. We literally gate-crashed a few homes in Accra and asked the residents to fetch their lanterns, but they could not locate them. Those who still had them exhibited dusty lanterns, obviously due to years of neglect. This woman told me her mother got a lantern as a gift 10 years ago, but it is still sealed. Not even the power crisis experienced in that period could compel her to use the lantern. And why not? Electricity has made life easier.
If you have it, you say, oh Lord, you have to buy kerosene. Every night you have to clean it before you can use it. So if it's me, I'll buy torch. Torch, if you switch on, no, you are going.
Here is city. And if you use lantern, someone will think that you don't have money to pay your light bill. Or maybe the money that you use it to pay the light bill, you are going to use it to buy what? Kerosene today, tomorrow, another day. So I don't use some.
Others complained of lack of kerosene in the system, the reason why they have stopped using the lanterns. While the kerosene lantern appears to be going out of use, remember, the tools of yesterday may be useful when conventional power sources fail. One advice: if you intend throwing away your old lantern, think twice. Evenlyn Tengmaa, TV3 News, Accra.